Assalamualaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Today our group will present the importance of knowing the science of industrial psychology in the industrial world. The first part is about the definition of industrial psychology. Industrial and organizational psychology, or PIO, is a branch of psychology that applies psychological theories and principles to organizations. The field focuses on increasing productivity in the workplace and related issues such as the psycho and mental well-being of employees, industrial and organization. Now, psychologists perform various types of tasks, including studying employee behavior and attitudes, evaluating companies, and conducting leadership training. The aim of this field is to study and understand human behavior at work. Some experts also have their own understanding of industrial psychology, such as the first is Blum and Naylor explains industrial and organizational psychology on applications of the fact and principles of psychology to problems in the context of business and industry. The second is Guion explains industrial and organizational psychology as scholarship that studies the relationships between human and the world of work. The third is A.S. Munandar explains industrial and organizational psychology as scholarship that studies the behavior of humans as related to their role as labor and consumers, individually or as a group. The fourth is Munsterberg explains industrial and organizational psychology as scholarships that studies behavior of humans in the world of work.
Okay, the second part is history of industrial psychology. Formally admitted in 1978, so the industrial psychology was formally recognized in 1978 when Wilhelm Wundt established the first psychology laboratory in Germany. Year 1908 to 1913, Walter Scott in 1908 applies psychology principle in the field of the adversity and write several books related to psychology. While 1913, Hugo wrote a book called The Psychology of Industrial Efficiency. Period after the World War II, there are universities in America that offer industrial and organization psychology course discussing work motivation. War 1950 to 1960, year 1950 to 1960, year 1950 to 1960 is the time when the psychology of industry developed rapidly, especially concerning the motivation of the work. At this time also, theory discussing the motivation of the work is more the popping. Year and 70 and 71, by the end of this year, the terms psychology and organization psychology began to be used among academic the practitioner. They began to incorporate organization, leadership, and communication factor in the organization. Year 1990 to present, the use of psychology began to expand, not only the field of the organization, but widely used also in understanding people behavior for industrial interests, such consumer behavior.
The third part is the benefit of industrial psychology. Industrial and organizational psychology has a positive and important role for organizations. Industrial and organizational psychology is useful for 1. Helping organizations and companies achieve their goals. With the understanding of industrial psychology in a company can help the company to achieve the goals targeted by the company. Achieving company goals has become easier with the presence of industrial psychology. Number 2, bridging individual needs and organizational needs. Become an intermediary to find out what is needed by a company employee to improve work productivity and needs in the company in achieving its goal. Number 3, increasing the ability of individuals to manage work so that they not only improve individual competency but also develop companies. Can help employees develop their individual abilities and facilitate their work, and can also develop the company to be bigger and have the potential to increase the company's profit. Number 4, ensure workforce welfare by paying attention to job satisfaction. With the industrial psychology, the company can find ways to provide comfort for its employees so that the employee can work better, and the comfort provided by the company to his employees can increase the profit of the company itself.
The fourth part is the scope of industrial and organizational psychology. A. Industrial and organizational psychology is as a science. Industrial and organizational psychology began to develop and stand on its own as a science after World War II. The scientific development of industrial and organizational psychology is applied in industries and organizations. Industries and organizational psychology uses various approaches and principles of scientific psychology to overcome various problems in the workplace. B. Industrial and organizational psychology studies human behavior. Industrial and organizational psychology studies human behavior in work settings, both observable and non-observable behavior that can be observed. For example, is writing, speaking, how to work, how to sit, and so on. While those that cannot be observed physically are dog motivation, satisfaction, and so on. C. Human behavior in its role as consumer and labor. Industrial and organizational psychology studies human in the world of work with two roles, namely as consumer and as workers. Industrial and organizational psychology studies human in the world of work and their interaction with work, organization, the physical environment, and the psychosocial environment at work. As individual consumers become buyers and users of the organization's products and services. D. Human behavior is studied individually and in groups. The organization has board units that consist of smaller subdivisions. The portion will get smaller total of each individual. Industrial and organizational psychology studies how the relationship and effect of group on individual behavior and vice versa how individual affect groups. Industrial and organizational psychology also discuss the patterns, structures, and types of organization that can affect the workplace.
Okay, the last part is the role of psychology in industry. Psychology in the industry has an important role in increasing work productivity, namely in relation to employee recruitment. The characteristic of one employee to another have not the same achievement, even though these employees work on the same machines, but their productivity is not same. Psychology is also very necessary in industrial companies. The background to the need for psychology in the industry is 1. To get the solutions to important problems regarding the use of human labor in industry. 2. The industrial world is able to use more precise procedures to solve humanitarian problems in industry. As for the role of psychology in the industrial world is as follows. 1. Recruitment and selection. Recruitment is one of the methods used by companies to find prospective employees who meet the required qualifications. 2. Evaluating employees. Evaluation in this case includes interviews, psychological tests, and various other tests before a person is decided to be hiring within the company. 3. Establish teamwork. Without good teamwork, it is impossible for a company to be able to produce or achieve the desired targets.